Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Tuesday, June 24th. Coming up on Cullman Today, law enforcement officers and first responders share final Rock the South numbers. Larry Creel announces candidacy for mayor of Good Hope, and Pete Nassetta qualifies for Cullman City Council Place 3. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. We're learning more about the law enforcement and emergency response totals from this year's Rock the South Music Festival, which drew thousands of people to Cullman from June 19th through 21st. Cullman Police Chief Joey Duncan says over the three-day event, 29 people were arrested and 62 were ejected from the grounds. He thanked all agencies involved, including the Cullman County Sheriff's Office, Region 6 Law Enforcement, and Cullman Fire Rescue for their coordination and professionalism. Sheriff Matt Gentry also praised the teamwork and long hours put in by deputies and first responders, calling safety the number one priority. Cullman Fire Rescue Chief Darren Peoples released final medical stats. On day one, 90 people were assisted and 6 were taken to the hospital. On day 2, 175 heat-related cases, 51 treated on site and 1 transported. On day 3, there were 70 total medical cases, 74 heat-related cases, and 4 hospital transports. Police also used aerial surveillance throughout the weekend. CPD's helicopter monitored crowd movement, helped with traffic and parking, and supported real-time emergency response on the ground. Chief Duncan emphasized the importance of a strong law enforcement presence at large events like this, saying it's key to keeping everyone safe and ensuring the festival runs smoothly. Larry Creel on Monday officially announced his candidacy for mayor of Good Hope. According to his announcement, Creel is a 3-year resident of Good Hope with his wife Janet of 33 years. While Creel himself isn't a lifelong resident of Good Hope, he emphasized that family ties, including his uncle Ewell Hudson, one of the original petitioners for the incorporation of Good Hope in 1962 and a former mayor of Good Hope, along with other aunts and uncles, drew him and his wife, children, and grandchildren to the area. He has a lifetime of experience in public works and civil engineering work. He has 5 years of experience supervising and managing over 100 employees, as well as organizing, adopting, and administering annual budgets totaling over $6 million. He says his vision for Good Hope is to continue growth steadily, finish projects that are currently incomplete, and put an emphasis on maintaining what the Good Hope community already has. Creel says he wants people to know what is going on in their government because it is their government, and that he aspires to make Good Hope an excellent place to live, work, play, and go to school. The Good Hope municipal election will take place Tuesday, August 26, 2025. Pete Nassetta on Monday announced he is qualified to run for Cullman City Council Place 3. According to his announcement, Nassetta is a graduate of St. Bernard College and a former teacher in the Cullman City school system. One of his most satisfying accomplishments is being a co-founder of St. Bernard Preparatory School. Nassetta said his service to the community as a member of various service clubs and boards has been an important part of his life. His professional resume includes 16 years as Director of Public Works for the City of Cullman and a former president of the Alabama Public Works Association. Together, Nassetta and his wife Sandra have participated in most aspects of their faith community, where he was ordained a permanent deacon in 2013. Nassetta and his wife have 2 sons and 5 grandchildren. He asserts that he can bring a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the table to offer solutions for issues that currently plague the fast-growing city of Cullman. Cullman's municipal election will take place August 26, 2025. And those are the top stories in Cullman today. Coming up, Wallace State player named NJCAA D1 Pitcher of the Year. Sports is next. Welcome back. Let's lead off today's sports segment with a look at the latest postseason honor earned by one of our local baseball standouts. Wallace State right-handed pitcher Luke Fernandez has been named the 2025 NJCAA Division I Baseball Pitcher of the Year. The sophomore put together an incredible season for the Lions, striking out the second most batters in the nation and holding a nation-leading 1.34 ERA. Fernandez also finished the season with 6 complete games and 4 shutouts. He finished the season with an 8-2 record after 80 2/3 innings pitched and with a whip of .79. The Cummings, Georgia native led the nation in strikeouts per 9 innings at 14.17 and had 8 different appearances where he struck out over 10 batters. In his 2 seasons at Wallace State, Fernandez has accumulated a career 2.99 ERA over 165 2/3 innings. He racked up 227 strikeouts and a 10-6 record in 28 total appearances. He's been named the Alabama Community College Conference Pitcher of the Year each of the last 2 seasons and was named first team All-ACCC as well. Fernandez was a 2025 NJCAA D1 Baseball First Team All-America selection and leaves Wallace State as a 2-time ACCC Pitcher of the Year. He was a 2-time All-Conference selection and led the nation in ERA and strikeouts. He tossed 6 complete games and recorded 127 strikeouts. Fernandez has committed to continuing his baseball career at Purdue University. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, the Cullman County Historical Society meeting. Cullman's Abby Sosa competes for Miss Alabama. Wallace State's new flag football team. And Snead's Farmhouse visits the library. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. With the first of our 4 stories, we go to Annabelle House for a look at the Cullman County Historical Society's most recent meeting.
The Cullman County Historical Society met Sunday, June 22nd to discuss local preservation projects and upcoming events. Plans were shared for a new patriotic monument at Veterans Park in Sportsman's Lake, featuring a bronze Minuteman statue to honor Revolutionary War patriots and mark America's 250th anniversary. Members also recognized the recent rededication of the Berlin-Kreitner Cemetery, now a protected historical site. Guest speaker Hazel Rule highlighted Cullman's active quilting culture, showcasing handcrafted quilts and sharing how local guilds like the Nimble Thimbles and the Heartland Quilters Guild are keeping the tradition alive. Meetings foster both creativity and community, welcoming quilters of all ages and skill levels. The Society announced new museum donations, plans to resume cemetery walking tours during Oktoberfest, and preparations for the nation's 250th celebration. The next meeting is set for July 27th at the Cullman County Museum. This has been Annabelle House with Cullman Today.
Cullman High School graduate Abby Sosa will be one of the 10 University of Alabama students among this year's field of 43 contestants, set to compete for the title of Miss Alabama June 23rd through 28th at Samford University in Birmingham. Contestants are evaluated in the categories of interview, talent, evening gown, health and fitness, and onstage question. They also each have to have their own community service initiative, a cause they championed while reigning in their respective titles. The winner will represent Alabama at the Miss America pageant in September. Last year's Miss Alabama, Abby Stockard, went on to be crowned Miss America in January. Sosa, who holds the current Miss Hidden River title, is set to perform a Latin jazz dance for the talent portion, and her community service initiative is Bridging the Gap, inspiring Latina generational transformation. Good luck, Abby. Wallace State is currently recruiting for their newly added women's flag football team. The season will start in the fall semester of 2025 and is open to current Wallace State freshmen and incoming students. Interested players should contact Coach Daniel Howard at daniel.howard@wallacestate.edu or 256-352-8358 for more information. Judy Snead, owner and founder of Snead's Farmhouse in Vinemont, and her animals met with children at the Shirley Burden Public Library in Hanceville to give an idea of farm life. The children played with chicks, brushed rabbits, and met Queso the tortoise. Snead read her book, It Takes Two to Make a Farm Go Right, which recounts how she left behind her ambitions to be a Broadway actress and defied the beliefs of naysayers to open her successful farm. She encourages the next generation to follow their dreams. Snead's Farmhouse is a nonprofit business that offers field trips, rentals, and school and library programs. The goal of the latter, according to Snead, is to teach kids about kindness, acceptance, and the beauty of diversity, just like the animals in her story. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at your weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who lost their lives this week. Funeral services for Tamelia Tam Renee Lemons, 65, of Vinemont, will be at 2 p.m. Thursday, June 26th at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel. The family will receive friends from 12 to 2 at the funeral home. Funeral services for James Alfred Sellers, 89, of Falkville, will be at 12 p.m. Wednesday, June 25th at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel with interment in Ebenezer Baptist Cemetery. The family will receive friends at the funeral home from 10 a.m. to noon before the service. Memorial service for Vicki Lynn Jones, 69, of Vinemont, will be from 5 to 6 p.m. Wednesday, June 25th at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel. Shirley Wallace Clay passed away on Wednesday, June 18th. A celebration of life will be held on June 28th at 3 p.m. at Temple Baptist Church. Henry Odie Johnston Jr. passed away on June 19th. Arrangements are unavailable at this time. Richard Lee Dick Steele passed away on June 15th at the age of 89. Services will be on June 28th at First Presbyterian Church. Visitation will begin at 2 p.m. and services begin at 3 p.m. Ruth Ellen Duncan Thompson, age 76, of Cullman, passed away. Funeral service will be at 1 p.m. on Wednesday, June 25th at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home, burial at Shady Grove Cemetery. Visitation will be from 12 to 1 p.m. on Wednesday, June 25th at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Constance Lee Smith, age 62, of Cullman, passed away on June 22nd. There are no services planned at this time. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Tuesday will be sunny with a high near 93. Tuesday night, mostly clear skies with a low around 72. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 94. And Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 71. A heat advisory has been issued for North Alabama, including Cullman, on both Tuesday and Wednesday through 7 p.m., with heat indices from 103 to 108 degrees. Please make sure to practice proper heat safety for yourself and your loved ones, including pets, children, grandparents, and neighbors. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.